going on, everybody, and welcome to part 21 of my playthrough for Plants vs. Zombies. In the last level, we had finished up the night yard, backyard / fog level. Kind of miss it now, because it's my favorite level because of how it looks and because of how challenging it is to me. So I think it's got to be my favorite level in the entire game, but the roof level is actually probably a close second because it introduces a different kind of challenge. And I like it. I do like the challenge. And other than finishing up the whole night yard, backyard / fog level, we also met Bungee zombies. And Bungee zombies aren't, they're kind of annoying. They can never, they can't indirectly kill you or anything or eat your brains, but they can mess up your defenses. That's pretty much what they are. They're good for bringing in more zombies, and they're good for messing up your defenses. So also we got a cabbage pult, which is pretty much our new pea shooter. It's exactly the same in every way. It's just the pea shooter for the roof level, pretty much. And it shoots a little less often, I think, but I think it's cabbage pult itself, the cabbage it shoots, is more powerful. And let's see, we're going to need pots or our new lily pads, pretty much. So this is all stuff we've done before, they're just introducing it in a different way. And I like it, it keeps it fresh without really, it's like throwing something completely different in our face. And I think, well, obviously we're going to want sunflowers, but let's choose you. Chompers are going to become more of my friends now. Pumpkins, of course, I told you, we're always going to be running. And I think for demonstration purposes, I'll try to show off these guys. And other than that, I guess we'll take a jalapeno. Let's rock. So we're actually coming down to the final wire here. Stage 5, level 5, whatever you want to call it. This is it. This is our final stand against the zombies. They've tried to take our house every single way they can think of. This is their last shot. Will they do it? I doubt it, but they might. So that's why you're going to keep watching. Could be an epic battle, you never know. Between plants versus zombies. I could see a book being written on this. I mean, like, I know it's a game, and I've always been more of a game guy. Like, in order of the kind of stories I like to see, it goes games, movies, books. Well, I guess you could put shows in there. I guess I kind of consider movies and books the same thing. But, you know, like shows and stuff, books are kind of on the end. It's not that I really hate reading, although my educational system where I went to school kind of made it so I really didn't like reading too much. And if I'm not mistaken here, I'm pretty sure we have one less row of pots now that we actually have a row of pots. I think they're challenging us. Last time we had, I think, a row of pots here, but I'm not totally sure about that. But, I don't know, just where I went to school kind of, like, they made reading seem like such a horrible thing. No, they didn't. I mean, they were, like, saying, like, you need to read, you need to read. That's, like, I'm sure I'm not the only person who's ever gone to school and had that happen. But it's like, God, they made it so bad that it like, when I got out, I was like, screw you guys, I'm not reading. So that's pretty much where I am now. It's not that I don't read, it's just that it maybe could have been a better thing for me, but it's not. Since I'm going into video, and that's what I love to do, video is obviously my favorite. It's my favorite way for someone to tell a story, but video games are probably just as good, or if not better, because it's kind of like like a game like Heavy Rain, for example. If anyone's ever played that, it's pretty much like a movie, but you just control the movie as it goes. You make decisions for the movie, so it's really cool. And I think Plants vs. Zombies, I'm just saying, would actually make a very interesting book. I don't know how they do it, but I'm sure they would. They've written, like, what, World War Z is like a book? And I know we're going so off topic here, like, oh, talk about the new roof level, man. Yes, the new roof level. It's orange tiles. Man, I need to clean up here more often, don't I? God, my house is horrible. But who actually has tiles on their house anyways? I mean, I think it's really clever and everything, but who has tiles? Come on. And I should have been doing this from the start, but it doesn't really matter. Actually, I could just put the walnuts up here and then fortify them again with, oh, what's their names? The pumpkins. I know, I'm forgetting my favorite plant. What am I doing? Oh, Pogo Zombie. He'll actually jump over this, so... Okay, he'll jump over this and then get eaten. Beautiful system, isn't it? I like to get a row of these guys set up first, because it's just usually how I do things. If you can get cabbage pults out, that's great, but usually I feel like cabbage pults just don't have enough power, like, to start off with. Like, I just can't get them. Like, I could put this guy here for the first zombie coming in, it would be too late. The first zombie would already eat the first pot or two. And I really don't want that, because pots are even more of a necessity. Like I said, it's just like lily pads, except we need them everywhere now. So, it's nothing new, but at the same time, it's still more of a challenge than we're used to. I'm going to save that, just because I think I can put the pumpkin there as a blockade, if nothing else. And we might not actually get to the twin sunflowers here, just because they are a lot of sun. But if we do, I will show off at least one or two. They're very good, in my opinion, they're very, very good for the roof levels because of how limited space you have. As opposed to, like, being on any other board that we've been on so far. I usually like to keep my defenses, like push them way up, but here I usually stay way back and concentrate everything here. So you won't see me moving over here. Actually, you'll never see me go past probably this line right here. If you're lucky, I might come up to here, but probably never past this line. Unless I really have, you know, the extra sun will really overwhelming the zombies. I'll put you here. Just leave the possibility of something else there. And then I'm going to start backing up my chompers with more cabbage bolts. And I like the play on words there. I mean, I like the comedy of this whole game anyways. I think we've already, I've already established that I enjoy it. But I really do. I really like the play on words. It keeps things fresh. It's like a, this is like a funny game, but it's like, it's not, it doesn't totally make fun of itself. It like makes fun of itself in a very little way. And I love, it's my favorite kind of comedy. That kind of humor is my favorite. I wish I was that funny, but I'm not. Sometimes I am, but I'm not really. Most people either don't get my comedy or they just like, yeah, like Chugga Conroy jokes, pretty much. Like, I can't even think of an example of something he said, but I'm sure he said something, you know, like a bad pun. Punny, yes! Oh, play the yeah music, put on sunglasses, all the good stuff. Alright, so I'm going to put one more casual down, and I think we've got enough sun to show off a twin sunflower. Twin sunflowers are an upgrade to the sunflower, so you have to have a sunflower, kind of like the repeaters to the pea shooters. To the Gatlin peas, I mean repeaters to Gatlin peas. Here we go. And it takes a little while, but... Oh, you hear the music kick into the background there? Oh, so good. And right there, if you just caught it, the twin sunflowers put out 2 suns at a time. 2 little sun drops at a time. So, you gotta consider, like, how much sun are you putting into them and how much sun are you gonna get out. Like, you're really gonna get enough out of it to be worth it. And usually if you put down 1 or 2, you will. If you're gonna be here for a long time, which is why they're really better in survival mode, they're really good. If you're gonna play survival mode, I really recommend having twin sunflowers. Because it will pay you back. It'll pay you back a lot. But if you're just playing levels like these, normally I wouldn't recommend them. If you're on the roof like I am and limited to space the way I play, I usually put them out just cause. Like right now, look how much sun we have, and I don't need to expand my defenses any further. I can do this. He's protected. No worries. I could put this out and finish that guy off right now. It's totally up to me. But for me, like usually I just like to have them here because I don't like to keep the 2 row of sunflowers like I'd usually have a row of sunflowers and a row of sunflowers. Just 1 row of twin sunflowers covers it. It's saving space for the cost of more sun initially, but it can pay you back more sun in the end. Kind of like investing. Maybe I should teach a banking class or something. Put you here. I'm gonna start switching these guys out with chompers. Nice. And take you out. Put chomper there. It'll make things go much faster. Might as well put him out there. And actually having a second roll of cabbage bolts at this point would probably be a better idea, but like the way I'm just set right now is just I'm not going to be moving forward too much. Music is so awesome. If only I could be like Nintendo Capri Sun and actually sing lyrics to songs without trying. Usually does a pretty good job. I'm not saying the man's a great singer, I'm just saying he's putting the lyrics to the songs really well, and that's something to be noted that a lot of people can't do. Back him up. See, Pumpkins, you have a problem, like all of a sudden, like you realize something like that happens, and you're like, oh crap, I'm about to lose one of my plants. Pumpkin to the rescue, just like, no worries. God, I love pumpkins. They're the best. And I guess we'll put one of these out again. Like, if you do put enough of them out, you will get eventually paid back in enough sun. And this defense I've got right here is a good safe defense, I guess you could say. You could call it a safe defense. Like, now that I've got so much sun, I'm going to start putting more of these guys out. And some people like to just... Like, I could be going much faster if I just wasn't doing these guys and just doing, like, if I was doing cherry bombs in the middle here, that could probably go faster. But I'm just kind of showing a reliable way that'll work. Oh, God. Yeah, see that? Teamwork. Chompers. And people said 2 rows of chompers were stupid. Wrong. Bungie zombies. You saw them a little bit the previous wave. They can do 1 of 2 things when they come down. They can either, you'll see them coming down because it's kind of like an arrow with the little paper thing there. I like that, it's cute. But they can either take one of your plants, and I believe there's a pumpkin over the plant. It just takes the plant in the middle, it won't take the pumpkin, so that's kind of good. At least it doesn't take both plants, you know what I mean? So it'll take the plant in the middle. And they can also jump down, and they can drop off zombies in the middle of the field. So it's kind of like almost The walk between when a zombie gets from where it starts to the plants is usually a long one where they take a lot of damage, so when a zombie just suddenly drops in front of you, that can be a problem for some of the setups. For my setup right here, no problem at all. But Bungie zombies can go as far back as here. I've never seen them drop a zombie off any further than the first 2 rows, like they usually drop a zombie off here or here. But they definitely can take plants back here. So if you're stocking up like I am right here with twin sunflowers, putting a lot of sun into the back here, just be wary that Bungie zombie could drop down at any time and take them. And I have no idea where the Bungie zombies are coming from. Like, what's above my roof? Like, where do I live anyways? Where would we be living to use plants as a defense? Probably in San Francisco or something. Somewhere I've never been. Somewhere I'll never go, probably. Final wave. And since we've got so much sun stored up, I probably will use a few TSPPs, throw us a couple of these guys out. Come on. Oh no, Bungie zombie. Oh no, yeah. Eat him, eat him. Yeah. Right here. Nice. Put another one of these out. Back over the pumpkin just because I like to do things like that. Man, I really do. I just love the music in this game. Can you hear this? I hope you're paying attention. If you have good taste in music, you'll know what's up. Good taste in video game music. And really, is there any other kind of better music? The answer is no, by the way. I just tried to dig up my tile. That'd be weird if you could do that. Yoink. And that's how we do things here on the roof level. Pretty challenging, but it's really not too bad. Once you get the swing of things. Kennel Pole. Flings corn kettles and butter at zombies. And wait, you might be saying like, wait a minute, are we watching a movie here, popcorn and butter? Oh, making punny jokes. And no, we're not. This is actually a really good plant. I prefer it to the cabbage pole. And I'll show you why. But first, we'll talk about the new zombie we have. Ladder zombies. So, ladder zombies are... How do I put ladder zombies? Yes, ladder zombies, not encountered yet. Thank you. That's not helpful. I was hoping it would kind of give a description of them, but... Ladder zombies, what they do is, like any other zombie, they kind of run forward. They're slightly faster than normal zombies, and when they meet your first plant, depending on what it is, for example, if it's even a tall nut or a walnut, they'll put their ladder on it, which will make a bridge for zombies to crawl over. And there are a couple ways to get rid of the ladder. Some of them cost more sun than others. It's kind of up to you. I'll kind of demonstrate them as we go along. They are semi-annoying zombies, but they're not the worst. Only when compared with other zombies, like football player zombies. That could make a devastating combo. So, for our setup here, pots of course, flowers. I'm going to take the kennel pole because I prefer them to cabbage pole in every single way. But I'll probably use cabbage pole like 1 or 2 more times as we go along. Some TSPPs, just to keep things moving fast. I'm going to take you, and I think I'll take a chomper. No twin sunflowers this time because I really just don't need them. And you might have noticed, we are losing more plants. Kinda sucks, doesn't it? That's okay, we'll be fine. I wouldn't worry about it. On the right side, it gives us more space, right? And it is really challenging. I think from here on out, all we're ever going to get is 3 plants. 3 rows of plants, and that's it. So, you got to consider that. Now, they didn't make it the last level for nothing, right? They're not just going to go easy on us on the last level. Is it just me, or is the first zombie like usually start up top here? I have no idea. Kennel pole. I think it's like every couple of shots. If you watch the butter he shoots closely. There we go. Maybe every 4 shots about, I'm not exactly sure, but every just about 4 shots will stun the zombie, basically. Sticks butter in his face, it's hilarious, we all laugh. It's great, I love it. Yeah, I think just about every 4 shots, and that's enough to also take him out, and also freezes anyone behind him. So it's really good, I prefer it. I think it might be slightly weaker than said cabbage pole, but the kennel pole, I just prefer it. I just like it. I also like the way it looks better. It's funny. Don't you think it's funny? Am I the only one who thinks it's funny? But yeah, I don't know. How's this game been going? I've been enjoying it. It's been dragged out a lot. I've been thinking of all the other playthroughs I got to get back to, all the other videos I want to get going on, but like I said, I'm never, even though I started this and didn't mean to have it go on this long, I'm never gonna have it, I'm never gonna like just rush through this, like, oh yeah guys, I'm just gonna talk for half the video and then that's it, and then, or like just talk about nothing, or, which I usually do, but me talking about nothing is great, isn't it? And I don't know, I like to do justice is what I say. Typically, it makes it sound like a very heroic speech I'm giving, but I just like to do justice to the playthroughs I do. Each game has its own place to shine, and I have so many games I want to do, obviously. But I don't have a prediction of when this is going to be done, just because I decided, with a couple of you guys, I decided I'd be doing the, like, optional, not optional, but like the survival levels and the mini games and stuff, showing off as much of them as I can. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'm not going to show off everything, like, to a T, but I'm going to at least demonstrate everything, you know what I mean? Just a little bit, at least, of everything. Yes. Cool, I didn't want to lose that. Pots aren't that much sun, but they're kind of valuable, though. You really don't want to just lose them. Speaking of which, let's back him up. Go on, take him out. Nice. And I think I'm going to expand a little bit here. Double kennel. Awesome. Like, with this, I usually don't have a great setup. I usually change of how I'm doing things a little bit based on the plants I'm using. Like, these guys definitely don't kill as fast, but they're, when you double them up, double the butter. It's double the butter. I sound like I'm doing an ad for popcorn or something. Buy Kennel Pop. It's great. There probably is a real Kennel Pop. I'm just trying to make a parody. And also, I don't know if you can kind of see the mouse flickering, the mouse cursor flickering a lot. I was trying to change some settings in the... I use Camtasia to record my screen, and I prefer Camtasia to Fraps. A lot of people like Fraps. A lot of people use, what is the other one? Hypercam, I believe, because it's free, and it's a good one to start out with. I think Camtasia is a very in-between one, and I think it's my preferred one. I'll probably never get Fraps myself, just because this is great quality. I don't care what anyone says. This is good quality. Not everything needs to be HD, 1080p, and we're not even... Just think about 10 years ago, not even... I mean, let's say 15 years ago, which really wasn't that long of a time ago, when everything was all pixelated and everything was squares, you know what I mean? It still is all squares, but... I think you can understand what I'm coming from, like... I don't pride myself on... Anyone who prides themselves on HD is, I mean, what are you priding yourself on, really? It's a little bit of an insult I'm trying to say, but I really can't agree that HD is that important. And I've talked about it before in these videos, but... Back to what I was saying, getting off on my rant. I was just messing around with a few settings, seeing if I could get the video... more important to me is to make it sure it's viewable, and then when I can move up from there, make it like... I think this is very good quality, and then the next thing is kind of like the frame rate, smoothness, make sure everything's really good looking. Blending, bit ratio, everything is pretty good in my opinion. It's not HD, but then again, it doesn't have to be. I think it looks just good the way it is. Plus, you don't even need to watch the video. You have my sexy, sexy voice. Beautiful audio commentary. It's great. I know everyone loves it. Alright, let's take these guys out quick. Do things the cool kid way. Wait for it. Wait for it. Bam! God, yes. TSPPs. Oh, here come the ladder zombies. Alright, I'm going to try and let him get close. Just to kind of demonstrate. I think the Chomper will actually eat him first, but let's see. Okay, yeah, Chomper is awesome, because ladder zombies are pretty annoying, in all seriousness. But what they'll do is, like you just saw, they move considerably faster than normal zombies, and if it's any other kind of plant, not a Chomper that will eat them instantly, it will put its ladder over the plant, climb over them, and the ladder will permanently be there. Now, there are a few things that can get rid of the ladder. A little known fact is cherry bombs can get rid of the ladders, and also, as you might expect, magnet shrooms can get rid of the ladders, though magnet shrooms are a little less desirable of an option, because we need a certain plant that we don't have yet to wake them up. And, as you saw there, they actually do eat pots, which sounds wrong, but they eat pots because I guess they're smart enough to know not to put a ladder on there, because that would have been a waste of a ladder for them. You could also do things like, you know, throw a walnut out there just to decoy just to make him waste his ladder, but I don't like to waste stuff like that when it's just we have TSPPs to get rid of them like that. Let's see. Oh, wow, what am I doing? Put this here, take these guys out. Yeah. Just trying to make things go a little bit faster, you know what I'm saying? And you here. And I'll put you here, that'll eat that quick. I'll back over the pumpkin. Get a little bit more sun. I can put this here. Put that there. Because these levels are kind of slow. These are almost slower than night levels in a sense, just because of how little space you have, little infantry you have to get out. But doing things like this to make it go faster is just, it's simply I'm doing it. I wouldn't recommend it because it's a little bit risky if you're not, you know, a great player who's played through the game 1,000 times like me. Honestly, I've only played through twice, but that's not the point. The point is, it's a video, and I don't want it to go on too long, like most of these will. These final levels are probably going to drag on a bit longer than most of the other videos in the whole playthrough, just because of how long it takes to get things done. But there's nothing wrong with that, really. Oh man, we need more sun. No, he's gonna eat the pot. Poor pot. Stop him. Nice squash. Oh, squash. I wouldn't go anywhere without squash either. Like, there are just some plants that I really, really like. Squash, pumpkin, chomper's a good one, really. I usually like the repeaters. They're pretty good with a torchwood in front of them. What else do I like? I do like the twin sunflowers in later levels. Like, through the initial story campaign mode, they're not that great. But as you get going and play other modes like survival and stuff, you'll find that they really are extremely useful. And there are a couple other upgrades we'll see. Some of them are more trouble than they're worth in a sense. I mean, like how much space they take to set up or how much sun they take to get out. It's kind of not worth it in a sense for some things like that. But for the most part, the things you'll see me run are kind of like safe to use. Like, they don't really have a lot of backlash, and they're just kind of not. There are a couple overpowered plants in here. I won't lie to you. There are really a couple overpowered plants that are just for fun, and I wouldn't always recommend using. Okay, now I'm gonna put one of these out just to demonstrate what the ladder zombies can do, so I don't have to show it off in future videos when they're overwhelming me. Oh wow, he's been stunned for a while. Oh, God, I almost want to like take it. Oh my God, they took him out. No, ladder zombie. So close. I don't really care. They are a pain in the ass, actually. They're not the worst zombies you can run into, but nah, they're not the best zombies you can run into. Like I said, they're not too bad on their own, but when paired with other zombies such as football players or even cone zombies or buckethead zombies, they really can give you a lot of trouble. Oh man, I thought that would actually finish off him. And yeah, just kettle corn, you're failing me. What did I just called you awesome. God, we're done. Okay. And we get a bean. Yes, a bean. The only thing we were missing, of course. Coffee bean. Planted on a mushroom to wake it up. This is the plant that I was just alluding to. I usually don't give too much away about stuff like that. Just when I'm playing a playthrough, I don't like to give stuff away, but I knew we were so close to it, so coffee bean. It's a pretty inexpensive plant for what it can do, because at the moment you see here how these are all, you know, not here because not recommended for this level because we can't use it. But the second we add coffee bean, all our night shrooms become usable. Sure, we do have to put them down first and then put the coffee bean over them, which is, you know, an additional 75 sun on top of anything we've already put down. But if you're really having trouble with ladder zombies, magnet shroom can really save the day here. Also, you know, there are some really good shrooms like the hypo shroom. Pretty useful shroom. Same with doom shroom if you really need it. Ice shroom can be really useful. So it actually opens up a whole world of possibilities to us, and I will be showing it off to us in the next episode. So until then, I thank you guys for watching the video, and I will catch you later.